Let's welcome every nation with love and pride. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Welcome to Morocco. Bienvenue Morocco. أهلا وسهلا في المغرب. كاربوا Morocco.
Hello beautiful people, my name is Rekha Thomas. Welcome back to my channel. As you have seen in my last vlogs, we were deep inside the Sahara Desert for a couple of unforgettable days, surrounded by endless golden dunes, mornings and magical sunsets. But today it is time to say goodbye to our beautiful desert camp and the breathtaking Erchabi dunes. After a peaceful breakfast at the Sahara Majestic Luxury Camp, we packed our memories along with our bags and began with the next chapter of our Moroccan road trip. Our destination for today, the stunning Dades Gorge. But Morocco always has a surprise on the way. If you are driving from Merzouga to Dades, there is a gem you shouldn't miss, Todgha Gorge. It is about a 2-hour drive, but trust me, completely worth it. So we decided to make our first stop there. This road trip is honestly one of the most scenic drives in Morocco. Every turn feels like a postcard. What makes this route truly special is that in just one day you experience it all. Sahara Desert, canyon cliffs, lush valleys and winding mountain roads. We passed through so many small towns along the way, and since we had been driving for quite some time, we decided to stop and wash the car. It was a proper car wash shop next to a gas station. First they rinse the entire car with water to remove all the dust from the desert roads. Then they carefully clean it by hand, scrubbing every part of the car thoroughly. After that, they wash it again with water to make sure all the soap and dirt is completely gone. Finally, they dry the car using cloths, wiping it down until it looks clean and fresh again. It is a simple but very detailed manual process, and it was interesting to see how efficiently they do it here. The exterior wash cost just 20 dirhams, and we gave a small tip as well in addition to that. On our way, we saw these Kataras, ancient underground water channels in Morocco that carry groundwater from the mountains to the desert villages and farms. Built with the vertical shafts for maintenance, they use gravity to naturally irrigate the land and sustain life in these arid regions. It actually reminded me of pseudo craters I saw in Iceland. Look at the black camel. I have never seen one like this before. It looks so unique and interesting. On the way, we came across a road that was completely flooded and we weren't sure how to cross it. Just then a couple of kids came over to help us and guided us through an alternate street, safely getting us to the other side of the flooded road. Of course, we gave them some dirhams to thank them for their help. We noticed that the kids were actually standing on both sides of the flooded street, helping travelers navigate through. It was such an interesting and unexpected sight. We have had so many unique experiences on this road trip. Every day brings something new. As we continued our drive, the scenery opened up into these beautiful mountain views, and soon we even spotted snow-capped peaks in the distance. It was such a stunning contrast after the desert landscapes. One thing we quickly noticed on this road trip is how often the speed limits keep changing, so you really have to stay alert while driving. It is important to be careful because there are police checks along the way, so you always need to follow the limits. As we get closer to the Tinghir town, we started seeing these beautiful kasbahs nestled among the palm trees. It was such a picturesque view that we had to stop, take it all in and capture some videos of this stunning landscape. So, what is a kasbah? A kasbah is a traditional fortress or fortified home commonly found in Morocco. It is usually made from mud brick or clay with thick walls designed to protect against heat and attacks. Many kasbahs were built for local leaders, wealthy families, or to guard important routes like trade paths. You will often see them around by palm groves or along valleys, blending beautifully with the natural landscape. Today, some kasbahs are still lived in, while others have been restored into hotels or historic sites. It had been a while since we were driving, so we decided to stop at a restaurant along the way, Café Restaurant Chez Ahmed. We had actually saved this place earlier because of its great reviews. We even called him on the way and he told us he had chicken skewers for the day. There is parking right in front, and then you walk through these beautiful palm trees to reach the restaurant. And that walk itself sets the mood for the whole experience.
Hello.
We were welcomed by a warm, smiling host, which instantly made the place feel so special. There are actually two restaurants on either side of a small pond. The one on the other side may look more fancy at first, but honestly, we were so glad we chose Amazigh. The whole setting is just magical, nestled among palm trees with a gentle stream flowing nearby. It is peaceful, quiet, and perfect for just relaxing and enjoying the moment. What made it even more special was that he cooks the food right in front of you. The meal was fresh, delicious, and so plentiful.
Thank you, shukran. Shukran.
We had an egg and fresh vegetable salad, chicken skewers, fresh fries, orange juice, and fresh fruits. Everything tasted amazing. He even offered us fresh dates and packed some for us to take on the road, which was such a kind gesture. And something I absolutely love, the place where you wash your hands uses water directly from the stream. With the birds chirping, beautiful weather, and this natural setup, it felt so calming and authentic. This place honestly reminded me so much of my birthplace, Kerala. Instead of palm trees, we have coconut trees. But the vibe, the greenery, and the peacefulness, it felt so familiar and close to my heart. Such a beautiful stop on this journey. After lunch, we continued our journey towards Todgha Gorge. Todgha Gorge is one of the most stunning canyons in Morocco. The river flowing through it is called the Todgha River, which originates from the Atlas Mountains. Over thousands of years, it carved out this dramatic gorge, shaping the towering canyon walls we see today. The gorge lies on the eastern side of the Atlas Mountains, where desert landscape gradually meet rugged mountain terrain. Just before entering, you pass through a beautiful palm-filled oasis valley with the date palms, small farms, and traditional Berber life still very much alive around Tinghir. The nearby town is home to Amazigh communities, where farming and age-old traditions continues to this day. The scenery here is so dramatic, and it's often used for films, travel photography, and vlogs, especially during golden hours when the light hits the canyon walls beautifully. The cliffs rises up to 300 meters on both sides, and in some places, the gorge becomes so narrow that sunlight barely reaches the bottom. At its narrowest point, it is only about 10 meters wide, making it feel like walking through a natural stone corridor carved by time. And the best part is, you can actually drive or walk right through it, making it one of the most accessible canyons in Morocco. It is also a world famous spot for rock climbing, with routes for both beginners and professionals. We parked at one end of the canyon and started walking through the gorge from there. There were so many mules around, and also people offering to take photos with them, or with women dressed in traditional Berber outfits, usually for a small fee in dirhams. Even just walking by, you will notice some of them are quite persistent about asking for the photos. The cliffs are just breathtaking, massive towering walls of bright red sandstone, rising so high that you really feel tiny in comparison. It almost feels like they are touching the brilliantly blue mountain sky above.
How are you? مرحبا India. India. Shahrukh Khan. Alina Kapoor.
As I mentioned in my earlier vlogs, people often ask if you are Indian, and then suddenly start talking about Indian songs, actors, and chatting. What I love most was just walking by the stream, listening to the soft sound of flowing water, feeling the light mountain breeze, and soaking in the calm atmosphere of Todgha Gorge. Now it was time to continue our journey towards Dades Gorge. The drive during the golden hour was just magical. Both sides glowing in warm sunlight, with the tall red mountains, scattered kasbahs, little houses, and palm and olive trees creating the most beautiful scenery. Every turn felt like a painting. The golden light hitting the landscape made everything look even more breathtaking. After that magical stretch, we passed through a few small towns and then stopped at a viewpoint at Dades Gorge. Oh my god, with the golden sunrise falling over the valley, it looked absolutely stunning.
Flipping low, painting skies with honey.
As we continued driving, we started spotting the famous monkey fingers, rock formations. We pulled over again to take it all in and capture the views. Wow, just witnessed a beautiful wedding celebration in Dades Gorge. After the ceremony, the couple and their families drive through the valley, honking loudly all the way. It may sound chaotic, but here it means pure joy, announcing their marriage, sharing happiness, and inviting blessings. Such a beautiful and lively tradition. This is how love is celebrated in Morocco. It was starting to get dark, and we were almost at our stay. Soon we reached Dar Halam Dades Hotel. There's a parking lot right next to the hotel, so we parked our car there and got ready to settle in for the night. Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Welcome.
Thank you. We were welcomed with traditional mint tea, and after a long day of driving, it felt incredibly refreshing and comforting.
Marhaba.
Thank you.
You know what it means? Marhaba.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Then they showed us a room, a beautifully decorated cozy space with a lovely balcony. It is a family-run riad-style hotel, and we didn't book through Google or any platform because everything they showed us sold out. We really wanted to experience this stay since it looks so beautiful in the pictures and reviews. So my partner actually WhatsApped them directly to check if there was any availability. And guess what? We got a room. After resting for a while, we went up to the terrace, and oh my god, it was absolutely beautiful, just like the pictures. Just like that, while we were relaxing on the balcony, we again saw the wedding procession passing by below. This kind of joyful car procession is very common among the Amazigh community.
Welcome.
Then we went for dinner, and it was so good. The presentation was beautiful. Every plate was carefully garnished and served so nicely. We really loved it. After a long day of driving and such a good meal, we slept like a baby. The next morning was beautiful. We woke up feeling refreshed and ready for the next adventure.
Open your mouth. Open. What do you like?
The Moroccan breakfast was so delicious. After breakfast, we went up to the terrace to take in the daytime views and, of course, capture some photos and videos. We were surrounded by stunning red mountains. It was absolutely breathtaking. The swimming pool, the decoration, the white lights, the mountains surrounding us. Oh my god, everything was just so beautiful. We were really happy that my partner took that extra step to make this stay happen. It was totally worth the experience. The hospitality was amazing too, which made it even more special. This is definitely a place I would recommend to you guys on your next trip. We spent some time here to soak in the vibe before heading off to our next adventure. Then it was time to say goodbye to Dades and Dar Halam Dades Hotel. Before heading to our next destination, we decided to visit the famous zig-zag road nearby. We stayed close to it so we could see it first before continuing our journey, and of course take in the stunning views. So what is this Dades Gorge? Just like the Todgha Gorge, Dades Gorge is a dramatic canyon in Morocco, formed over millions of years by the slow carving action of the Dades River through layers of the rock. This natural process created deep valleys, towering cliffs, and some of the most scenic landscapes in the Atlas Mountains. The area lies along a historic route once filled with the fortified villages called Kasbahs, which is why it is often referred to as a road of 1,000 Kasbahs. One of its most famous features is a winding mountain road with the sharp zigzag turns, considered one of the most scenic drives in the world. The view was beautiful, but honestly, it reminded me of Wayanad in Kerala. The roads there are even more complex, scenic, and breathtaking. I have only seen pictures, but my partner has been there and he said it is much more beautiful and thrilling than this. Hopefully, one day we will visit Wayanad together and show it to you all. Then we continued our journey towards Eid Ben Hadu, a drive of about 3 to 4 hours. Eid Ben Hadu is a historic fortified village and a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1987. It sits at the foothills of the High Atlas Mountain. It is one of the finest examples of pre-Saharan earth and clay architecture. It is also famous as a filming location for movies and series like Gladiator and Game of Thrones. And what makes this stay even more special is that we will actually be staying inside the Eid Ben Hadu Kasbah itself, right in the heart of this historic and cinematic village. It is commonly just a stopover place for many tourists, but as you know, we love to truly experience the local culture. So this is another stay I'm really looking forward to and super excited about. In the Dades, Todgha and Eid Ben Hadu areas, we noticed so many dogs everywhere along the way. I am honestly not a big fan of dogs unless they are really small. But over time, I kind of got used to seeing them everywhere. I even stopped hiding behind my partner or squeezing his hand out of fear. I guess I slowly became a part of the place and they became just part of the journey too. After a 4-hour drive plus a few stops along the way, we finally reached the viewpoint of Eid Ben Hadu. Thank you so much for coming along with me on this journey. I will see you in the Eid Ben Hadu vlog next. Until then, stay safe. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. Bye.
Time to say goodbye. Our day was great, now it's time to go home. It's getting late, we've laughed and played under the sun.